Hello, everybody. I am absolutely surrounded by all of you. I'm feeling very good because I watched the show. I was there in the audience when Anushka performed with all of you. And the energy that you created, all of you, first of all, thank you for such a beautiful evening. It was so lovely to see you all perform.
Thank you.
And the energy and it was just so beautiful. And being a woman, I'm sure a lot of women in the audience is connected. And it was just spectacular to see all of you look like goddesses. And it was an honor to watch you all perform in Dubai at the Dubai Expo with an audience which is so multicultural and so mixed. And all of you are from different parts of the world. So I think it is truly beautiful to just see you perform. So yeah. So basically, the main questions that we'll start asking. It's all about. Individually, you will answer my questions. So the question is common, but each of you, I'd like you to, pitch in and tell me. When was it when you met and how did you bond?
I met the orchestra on the 4th of July, I think. That was our first meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, of course, very new and with a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what to expect. And also another thing, it was after quite a harsh period for musicians in general, because we had difficult times for everyone, but musicians especially, with COVID and not so much performances and not so much playing together. So it was actually quite overwhelming and very exciting. Probably back then it was around 30 female musicians. Mm-hmm. Very exciting.
I joined like really late in the process, around October. So I've already it was really nice. It was also already established together, and I was like the new girl, but it really didn't take that long to really connect with everyone. It was there's such a family. You can feel like I felt welcomed, even after joining later.
And it'll be nice to also know which are the instruments individually that you specialize in. So yeah,
I'm a violinist.
Okay. So I met the others a week after the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And as Rusne said, we bonded directly, I guess, mainly because we were so eager to meet new cultures after 2 years being stuck in our countries with COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so we felt this energy that everyone want to meet everyone, and we want to talk about our instruments, our music, cultures. So and we have those coffee breaks, like 2 coffee breaks during rehearsal. It helped also to bond more.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the percussionist, the pukka player, Arabic percussionist.
And where are you?
And that's it.
Which part of the world are you from?
I come from Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
I joined the orchestra, I think it was July 7th, a few days after the beginning. Mm-hmm. And like Pascal said, we all were very, I think, eager to start. For me, I had stopped playing in orchestra since I moved to this country. Mm-hmm. And I've been here for 6 years, and I was really looking forward. And I didn't know anyone, and it's been just an incredible experience meeting everybody from different countries and playing. And what you said, the energy you felt at the concert, we all felt it the same way. I think we all are the group, it's just amazing, 50 girls that I have enjoyed meeting every one of them. And it's an amazing experience. Originally, I'm from Armenia, but I was raised in Mexico and US.
Oh, right.
Okay. When I came to Dubai, first when the orchestra started, I wasn't expected anything because it was new and I didn't know any of the girls. But when I came like few weeks later, I just become like familiar with the girls, and it starts like to happen, to make this music together, because it feels like we used to play like before together, because it was like, maybe because we didn't play like for a long time and it just happened. So it was for me so amazing to play with them, especially in this orchestra Firdaus. It really very exciting to play. I play violin for a long time, and this orchestra made really something for me. I came from Syria. I'm from Syria.
Okay. We forgot, Rasne, right? Which part of the world?
Yes.
And
I come from Lithuania.
Okay.
It's Eastern Northern European country, but I've been living in Dubai a couple of years before the start of the orchestra.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm Anvita. I'm from India. I'm Indian. I had actually just finished high school, and then I found out that Firdaus wanted me to come to Dubai.
Oh.
So
are you the youngest?
I'm not the youngest, actually. I think I'm the second youngest. The youngest is one of the Kanun players. Okay. Her name's Lara. She's so sweet. So yeah, it was a crazy experience. I joined a bit later on because of COVID. I couldn't travel to Dubai immediately. But when I did get here, I started work the next day, and everybody was so welcoming, and like it felt amazing. I was a bit worried because, you know, moving to a new country all by myself for a job for the first time was kind of scary, but everyone in the orchestra just made me feel at home and like so good, and they were so helpful, and I was immediately like in love with everyone, like a new family. It was great.
Tell me about meeting AR Rahman, the legendary AR Rahman, and working with him, because that's a huge thing for everybody. And the fact that tell me about the music that you've heard in your individual countries of AR Rahman. How do you know him? And when you met him, what was the experience? We can go the same way. We can start with Rasne.
I actually did not know about AR Rahman at all before starting this orchestra. Mm-hmm. So I Googled. Okay. I spent the whole evening Googling and listening to his music on Spotify. And what I found out is actually that he composed enormous amount of music. It's just so incredibly productive. I actually don't know of any other person that's been so productive in their musical career. So that really was quite a shocker for me. And then, of course, I got to know his music through playing it in the orchestra. And we played one new piece written for our orchestra in Expo 2020 in the Space Day. And that was really beautiful piece. I really, really loved it. We did not have so much time to put it all together, but I think in the end, we were all quite happy about how it turned out. It's really interesting and fresh sounds, but at the same time, it's very emotional and just beautiful melodies. So yeah, I really like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I also didn't know him before, but when I tried to find him, I heard that many of the things he wrote at some point in my life, I heard because I feel, oh, that's familiar. Oh, he's the one who wrote that. Oh, he's the one. So it was like a very big deal. And when I came, there was one rehearsal that we first saw him. For me, it was the first time I saw him. And the first thing I thought was, oh my God, he's so humble. Like, he was really nice. Because you hear about someone is like so big and important and well known, and you see him in person, and it's like he's just like a friend. During recordings, when we recorded his music, you can see that he's like a bit shy. You know, it's not like he doesn't have that much that ego. You know, and that's something really comforting for a musician to work with professional musicians and well-known musicians, but don't get that kind of energy. And he's like so humble. I was like smiling and stuff. So it was really nice meeting him.
So I also wasn't that quite, I didn't know AR Rahman, but I was a bit familiar with his music because I basically watched Slumdog Millionaire, and I remembered that the music of this movie was amazing. And then the first time we met him at the orchestra, I also was amazed about the amount of ideas that this guy has, and how open he is to know each of our instruments and to try to create a piece that match our like different instruments. So I was amazed by how much he is open to others, and that's not like it's not easy to find such a big artist who is like so humble and ready to. He was like sitting with us and trying to learn from our instruments to see how it will work with his music, and that's so nice to work with a person like this.
Actually, I did not know about him either, but once I realized that I've been listening to his music for many, many years from the movies and everything, and I really like his music. So I was very excited when I auditioned, knowing it was for him. And I think first time when I met him, yes, what impresses you, how humble he is. And he's passionate about music. And actually, I'm very looking forward to our next concert on February 25th, because we're performing a lot of his pieces. A lot of pieces that I know, and I've been listening to it. So I'm very excited. And after the first concert, you realize how much impact he has on the people, the audience. There was so many people, and they all came to see him. And speaking to my friends that are from India, you realize how they adore him. And it's been amazing experience knowing him.
When I listened to his music, I didn't know him before, but I knew his music very well before, because I watched a lot of the movies that he wrote. He wrote his music for it, and when we start playing his music, it's like he composed in a way just makes you feel like he have a lot of ideas in this music. He can like combine a lot of choir and with orchestra, with Arabic instrument. He composed in way I do like it a lot. And for the next concert, there is like we're playing only his music. So for me, I'm just waiting to till the next week to see what will happen in the end of to see the last result for this music, because I'm really excited for it.
Okay, well, I actually spent yesterday, well, almost the whole day at the studio with a few other musicians from the orchestra with ARR Rahman. We were recording a new song. So, and because we were there for so long, and AR was with us the whole time, like inside the studio. And like everyone said, he's just so down to earth, so humble, and really like bursting with ideas. And it's really exciting to get to work with him. And you can just see like how he's coming up with ideas on the spot, and all the musicians is just like excited, and like we're just coming up with new things. And it was really a fun day. It was so exciting. And yeah, I mean, I think I've known AR forever, like not personally known him, but known about him forever. My parents love him. My whole family is like crazy about him. And when they found out that I'm gonna meet him, work with him, they went nuts. And it was so funny. I remember the moment I was at rehearsal one day. I was still new to the orchestra, and he just showed up from behind me, and I just froze. It was an experience. It was fun. But he's so kind. He's really great.
So I interviewed him a few days ago, where I spoke about what he learned from all of you, working closely with a completely different group of women. And he said he was extremely touched by your sincerity and love. There's a link to the interview I'll send you. You should have a look at it. He's mentioned you guys in that one line. So I thought I should bring it up here because, okay, one question, which is common to, again, all of you. How has this experience changed you artistically or enhanced you?
First of all, it's really a special group of musicians because we combine Western classical musical instruments. I play clarinet, which is common orchestral instrument, together with world music instruments, Arabic instruments, darbuka. We have Indian sitar, we have oud, nai. So we have all kinds of non-Western sounds, which is very, very interesting. It has a huge potential for very, very new sounds to be born in this setting. And also because we come from different countries and we have all different musical experience, we can really combine it and fuse it into something new. So that's one aspect that's really interesting for me. And the other one is being all female orchestra, which I must say is extremely fun. I think the vibe in the orchestra is great. And I love working with all these musicians. And I feel we grow together more and more every day.
Yeah, for me, because I already come from an Arabic country, I'm a bit familiar with, Oriental music. But the nice thing is that you can hear like a different perspective, even with like well-known pieces or classical pieces. You're here and you want to play and you're practicing really hard, and you're not doing this just because it's a job. You're doing this because you actually want to see a result. And when everyone around really passionate about their work, really passionate about the kind of music they're playing, and interesting to see how this person does this, plays this and that, you feel like empowered by that. You feel, okay, so I want also to be better what I'm doing, sharing more stuff. So yeah, I think it's the feeling everyone around you is so good. So and they're encouraging also. So you feel like, okay, I will be better for sure. So it's better.
Yeah, so for me, basically, this experience mainly is not letting me grow as a darbuka player, but mainly as a percussionist, because I'm somehow also filling other percussion parts. And the most interesting thing is that everyone talked about is that it helps you open your musical background to see other musical culture, other kind of music, to try to see where your instrument fits in this music. And for example, if you want to take our latest concert with Anushka Shankar, I don't know, maybe this was one of the most exciting experiences in my life, playing with such international music. And it's keeping me on working on myself to work more as a percussionist and as a musician in an orchestra, to try to follow other and understand the instruments of the other musicians.
Great. I was there for the concert when Anushka was performing, so I know the energy, and it added a little more, I think, woman power to the whole experience.
For me, likewise, from playing all my life in classical orchestras, I was very unaware of. I knew, of course, of Arabic instruments, but playing and actually playing arrangements of songs that I've played before, like Bumblebee, with Arabic instruments, it's been just incredible. And the rhythms, and sometimes I want to dance when I'm playing, which has been very uplifting and energetic. And so being introduced and talking to my colleagues who play the same instrument I do, but they play Arabic, for example, on viola, and the rhythms are so different. And it's been just amazing experience. And yes, working as an all-female orchestra, which previously I wasn't sure about how it was going to be, and it's been one of the best experiences. And I think what the best part is, every single one of them is very supportive of each other. And when you have solos and just the energy that you see, it's the same that we feel inside the orchestra. So I think that's been my growth for.
Yeah, for me, not only for me, for all of us, it's so exciting to play with these different instruments. Especially for me, I studied classic whole life, but I so familiar with the Oriental music. So when I came here and I found like we have Anoon with like brass section, it's so different, and it's so hard to compose to this kind of instrument together. So we had a chance to play with all these instruments and to make really good music, and to get the chance to know and to play with like so important people. This is a life-changing for me to play with all these. Like, it's so exciting for me to play with them.
I think for me, this is just like at this age, the most perfect experience that I could have gotten. I just learned so much. I learn every day with all these incredible women around me, and with, of course, AR Rahman. And I don't know, I think it's just perfect. I couldn't have gotten anything better in life at this time. It's great.
Lovely speaking to you, ladies. There's so much to talk. But yeah, I'm very excited for all of you, and I'm hoping that there are more concerts and you tour the world, and then you also come to Dubai where we can watch you again. So thank you for speaking to me, and good luck to all of you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.